Hello there. Today we will be reviewing the Sportsmobile. This is a van tour. Hey there everybody and welcome to addshot. If this is your first time or you are returning, we appreciate you viewing. All video and music made from scratch. Well, good morning. Very fine morning. Top of the world out here. And you are welcome. Today we will be reviewing a 2008 Ford E350 van, Sportsmobile, RB50 interior. Let's just start right off the bat. Again, a 2008 Ford E350 Econoline van. One of the last of the diesels right here. 2009 was the last year they made the Econoline. I'm very fortunate to have one of the last diesels on the road. It's classic good looks. Everything about it I'm very happy with. Don't expect a car wash or a spit and polish on this thing. This thing is function over form. It's all about getting the job done. So let's get it started right here. This will be a beautiful shot. We're going to raise up that top. Top normally takes about 90 seconds to open. I'm going to speed this up for your convenience. As we got a couple of interior cams. Show you some of the angles of this thing. Again, just a beautiful morning. No matter where you are, this thing will get you there. You set up camp just like this. No problems. So we got the cargo basket in the back. Full-size spare, of course. And there are times where I'm carrying an additional spare on top of the full-size spare. So, as you can see, there's no standing up in this van unless the top is up. That is one thing that I do admire about some of the newer Sprinter vans, the ability to stand up in the van. But, you know, I've learned to live with this. So I can fully stand up at full height when the top is up. It's very spacious. There's an upper bunk where two can sleep up there comfortably. The screen windows. And then, of course, two or more can sleep down on the bottom bunk here. Extends to a full bed. Plenty of cabinetry, everything you need. This is one of the greatest things for outdoor hanging out. Pretty much I do all my cooking outside, so you gotta have a cabinet that houses most of the things you need when you're having a good camp. And of course the coffee maker's number one. I have a small electric 4-cup coffee maker. But I don't use that as much. It does juice battery, but I do have it. So if I'm plugged into shore power or anything like that, I'm good. And of course the French press next to it is my go-to. So this side cabinet opens up all the way. You can put stoves on it, pretty much all your outdoor gear, your radios. Right here I have a cabinet for my air hoses. These cabinets by the door you want to get to pretty much all the time and fast. So you have some of my important things out there. So as we move on in, let's get right into the cabinetry here. So I have this main cabinet. It pretty much always stores my food, canned goods, stuff like that. I also am currently just keeping in some road maps. These are very detailed road and recreation atlases for various states, California, Idaho, Nevada, Utah. I have pretty much one of these for every state. No matter where I'm going, it's going to show me the back roads and really get me where I need to go. So again, more storage down here. This is a place where I do have a portable toilet that I can fit in here, but I like to actually have more space for other things. Again, here's a little drawer and a secret drawer, which I tend to keep a lot of things, earplugs, lighters, matches, things like that. It tends to be a catch-all drawer. Here's the fridge, big enough for just about everything. Definitely good for 3-4 days of solid camping. Plenty of food you can keep in there. Gets cold in very little time. Here's just a cabinet where I keep some of my plates and You know, some small pots and pans, other things like that. A lot of plastic bags, whatnot. You know, there's always a place for everything. There's for the buttermilk pancakes in the morning. I have a little drawer here under the sink, which I tend to store maybe an extra set of boots, maybe a small stool that folds up, some bleach wipes, you know, cleaning supplies if any. We go into the back drawer. You got to have a little bit of recreation, so I got a few mitts and a couple of baseballs up there, a couple of warm jackets just in case, a lot of extra bags, frisbees. I've got a lot of gas containers, propane that is, for cooking. Here's another drawer filled with various things. These are things I can more easily access, so I have some blankets and a few other small survivalist items, things that I might need in a camping situation, first aid kits. So I don't access these rear closets too much, but knowing that I have all those things back there for when I really need it is the important thing. So again, I have this little headliner above the countertop and a couple of important things that I always have in there. One thing for camping is you got to have one of these light up candles. Mine's slightly melted and it's been that way forever, but those light, low lit candles will keep bugs from flying at your flashlights and your headlamps. So you got to have some of these little light up candles. I think they're just great. So as I'm looking around for something else to show you, might as well get into the fold down bed here. So it doesn't take much. We're gonna basically just lift up on the front of the couch and it drops down into a bed. It's maybe the size of a double bed. Plenty of room, plenty sturdy, plenty tough. So as you can see, very spacious. And when the top is up and everything is up like this, you have a lot of room. So this isn't my favorite place to sleep. I actually enjoy sleeping on the upper bunk the most. You can see up there are a lot of windows, and those all zip down into screen windows, and just in the night the screen allows the wind to blow through and it just feels great. It feels like you're sleeping outside, a little bit of cover over your head. It's wonderful views out here. When you're standing up inside the rig and looking around, great for photography, hunting, whatever you could imagine. You could just be perched up here. This is like your own blind. So I'm going to lower down the top right now. It's basically 3 small attachments. You can kind of make out the 2 here on this side. I'm going to lower that back, little shelf. All right, we'll just get this lowered down here. And it can be stored in this fashion, so I can lower and raise the top with everything down so that when I just raise the top I can jump up and go to sleep right away. So getting up here is no tricky situation. Just step up onto the counter and you're up there. So again, this is my favorite place to be. If I am in a place where I want to pop up the top on this camper, I will. And I will enjoy that breeze that steadily flows through up here. It's just wonderful. But, you know, if you're in a different situation where you're, say, in a city or in an urban environment and you want to catch some Z's real quick, you're going to want to probably not pop the top up and sleep in the downstairs area. All right, so here we got our outdoor shore power. This is a 125 volt, 30 amp connector, and your city water connection, also for filling up your 10-gallon tank, which is on board. In the rear here, I have the tire, which swings away, as well as a storage basket made by Luminous. Love those guys. And then I always keep a tarp up in the back here. It just keeps the dust down. Maybe it's just my vehicle, but I tend to feel that Econolines are just notorious for letting the dust in. Anyway, just show you a little bit more back here. Got the pull-out drawer here. Could be used for a cooler, could be used for anything. I tend to put my tools on here so I can pull out the tools at any scenario and get what I need. I also keep various jumper cables and everything you need. More tarps, gloves. Back here I have a subwoofer that is a diesel heater and the amplifier. The diesel heater is wonderful. Just a drip of diesel will allow this thing to run for a long time, go all through the night with the heat. Totally safe inside. Oh, of course, gotta have a big Bowie knife. Gotta always be set with your road atlases. Now these are just basic road atlases, which, you know, show you state to state, major freeways, and scenic bypasses, all marked, and will help you get around. You gotta have these things. I use one which is a real beater, one that I throw around and really treat terribly, and then I have a really good one for when I'm at camp and I want to take a look and, you know, check out the route and plan it all. So again, typically if I was to take a shower out there, I do have a shower hookup in the back of the van with those two doors open. I can just simply take a shower right off the back of the van. I definitely have a water pump and everything needed. This camper van is also equipped with a diesel hot water heater, so you can have hot water anywhere, anytime, using very little diesel. It's excellent. I also can get hot water after the van's been running for a short period of time. Alright, so let's open up the awning. This thing is probably the most important thing any Overlander, any camper would want, need, is shade. I mean, I travel to so many desert locations, even when you're in the mountains and you have intense sunlight, you got to protect yourself from the shade. Look at this sweet little dog coming over. Love it. So I'm very happy to be up on this mountain. A lot of people come up here and I didn't realize. Thought I'd be alone up here today, but a lot of nice people out this morning. Beautiful sunrise. So here we go. We're just getting this thing cranked out. Pretty simple. I mean, this thing has been through thick and thin, but there's no doubt that this is one of your #1 needs. It'll allow you to stay in your camping spot longer in the mornings. If you can imagine those times where you wake up in a tent in the desert and you are up at the crack of dawn because that sun is just barreling through your tent. You know, by having any type of shade, you can pre-plan this stuff, angling your van or your vehicle, you know, with the sunrise. Make sure you can just maximize shade at all times. Best thing you can do. So I'm going to zip up in here and get the top closed. Not too much of a process. I also have some nice curtains that fold down from the ceiling. Get it nice and dark, sleep in. So we got this thing coming down, a couple different angles. The pop top is really awesome. Pop top clicks together here with 3 latches, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear, as you see. And just showing you a little bit of the undercarriage. This is a new steering stabilizer that I put on. I'm very happy with that. This thing really handles really nicely now. A couple of new Fox front shocks. So as we take a look at the undercarriage here, this is a giant rear fuel tank. It's an auxiliary tank. It holds up to 45 gallons, plus I have an additional 45-gallon main tank, which gives me a total of 90 gallons of diesel on the road. This vehicle has an extra filtration system, so it will also run off of used vegetable oil, or new. Anyway, some great aerial shots. We're just launching the Skydio 2 drone, and we're going to get a little bonus Skydio footage here in the end. And we're using the orbit mode, so when you're ever in an amazing scenic location like this place here, be sure to catch your surroundings. But then also don't forget to soak it in yourself. So again, we'll just do a little test here of the Skydio 2. We love going for a nice ride. This drone has been great, and I can't wait to take it on some more adventures. So here we go. We'll jump in and we'll just roll this thing up here. No problems with this kind of vehicle raised up like this. You tend to not come across too many things that get in your way. The confidence level is high when you're out in four-wheeling situations. This vehicle has front and rear lockers. I can climb pretty much a lot of rock out there and get out of hairy situations if need be. But here we're just going for a mellow ride on the top of a mountain. A beautiful paved road. Gorgeous day. Waving hi to people that want to enjoy this place as well. So I just want to thank you for hanging in there. This has been a fun video to make. I felt like van videos are popular. You know, living the van life is got a lot of things to say about it. I've spent weeks and months in this vehicle, and you know, it saved my life after I lost my house in a fire, and this was all I had to live in for a while, so I love this thing. So the van life, you know, is it all just waking up on the beach and, you know, opening your doors to majestic scenery and just soaking it all in and everything's so perfect? Well, yeah and no, because you're living in a van and it's super tiny, and you know what, it's hard sometimes. You know, I can get into just serious details, but maybe that's for another video. You know, I love the van life. There's nothing that is on par with, you know, being in places that are so remote and having everything you need with you. But yeah, definitely for another video. There's things to explore, things to consider about the van life. It's not always as cracked up as it sounds, and people are always showing you the glory, of course, the glory shots. So come on in. It's been a great day. I thank you for joining us. What a great van. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. There's more to come. Please subscribe to this channel. And thanks for watching.